Hello, language learners. Welcome back to IdiomIQ. Today, we have a video loaded with idioms. We have here 30 popular English idioms in the United States. Yes, you heard it right. 30 popular idioms. If you are interested, hit the subscribe button and continue watching. Are you ready? Here are 30 popular English idioms in the United States. Number 1. Speak of the devil. Meaning, this phrase is used when someone you were just talking about appears unexpectedly. When to use? When someone walks in right as you're talking about them. Example, we were just talking about how you're the best cook, and speak of the devil, here you are. Number 2. Seeing is believing. Meaning, you need to see something to believe it's true. When to use? When something seems unbelievable but is confirmed when seen. Example, I didn't think he could finish the marathon, but seeing is believing. Number 3. Throw in the towel. Meaning, to give up on something. When to use? When you or someone else decides to quit. Example, I was so bad at knitting, I finally threw in the towel. Number 4. Put your foot down. Meaning, to take a firm stance on something. When to use? When you need to be firm and assertive in your decision. Example, my kids wanted to stay up late, but I had to put my foot down. Number 5. You didn't miss a beat. Meaning, you didn't hesitate or pause, you kept going smoothly. When to use? When someone continues proficiently, without stumbling. Example, even though the questions were tough, you answered and didn't miss a beat. Number 6. Flip the script. Meaning, to change the situation or how things are done. When to use? When a situation changes dramatically, usually in a good way. Example, everyone thought they would lose, but they flipped the script and won. Number 7. Get into the weeds. Meaning, to get caught up in the small or complex details. When to use? When discussing something in extreme detail. Example, we were supposed to talk about budgets, but got into the weeds discussing office supplies. Number 8. Make a move. Meaning, to take action, often in a romantic context. When to use? When deciding to take action or make a decision. Example, I think she likes you. You should make a move. Number 9. Bear in mind. Meaning, to remember or consider something. When to use? When you want someone to remember a fact or detail. Example, bear in mind, the store closes at 8 p.m. Number 10. Down the road. Meaning, in the future. When to use? When talking about something that will happen later on. Example, down the road, we might move to a bigger house. Are you still watching? I'm happy that you are. Continue watching until the end because we have an interactive test to check your understanding of today's idioms. Now, let's continue. Number 11. Game changer. Meaning, something that significantly changes the current way of doing things. When to use? When something big and important changes the status quo. Example, the new software was a game changer for our business. Number 12. Get it together. Meaning, to become organized or self-controlled. When to use? When someone needs to improve their current situation or behavior. Example, you're always late, you need to get it together. Number 13. Before you know it. Meaning, very soon, faster than you'd expect. When to use? To say that something will happen soon. Example, summer will be here before you know it. Number 14. There's a catch. Meaning, there's a hidden or unexpected condition or drawback. When to use? When something seems too good to be true. Example, the job pays well, but there's a catch. You have to move to Alaska. Number 15. 2 peas in a pod. Meaning, 2 people who are very similar. When to use? When describing people who have a lot in common. Example, You and your brother are like two peas in a pod. Number 16. Can you believe your eyes or you can't believe your eyes? Meaning, to question or be amazed by what you're seeing. When to use, when something unbelievable happens. Example, he made that impossible basketball shot. I can't believe my eyes. Number 17. Between a rock and a hard place. Meaning, stuck between two difficult choices. When to use, when someone has a difficult decision to make. Example, if I work overtime, I miss my son's game. I'm between a rock and a hard place. Number 18. Choose between two evils. Meaning, to pick the less harmful of two bad options. When to use, when faced with two bad choices. Example, it's better to pay the fine now than go to court. It's choosing between two evils. Number 19. Leave much to the imagination. Meaning, not revealing or explanatory, ambiguous. When to use, when something isn't detailed or clear. Example, his instructions left much to the imagination, so we didn't know what to do. Number 20. The rest is history. Meaning, the outcome is well known or inevitable. When to use, after describing the beginning of a successful event or relationship. Example, they met at a coffee shop, and the rest is history. Have you taken some notes? We're almost there. Let's see if you can answer the test at the end of this video. Are you ready for more idioms? Let's continue. Number 21. Fresh off the boat. Meaning, new and inexperienced, often used for new immigrants. When to use, to describe someone new to a country or situation. Example, he's fresh off the boat and doesn't know the city yet. Number 22. Don't even bother. Meaning, it's not worth the effort. When to use, when something is a lost cause or a waste of time. Example, don't even bother trying to reason with him. He won't listen. Number 23. Knock it out. Meaning, to complete something successfully. When to use, when talking about completing a task efficiently. Example, you have 1 hour to finish the test, so knock it out. Number 24. Word of mouth. Meaning, information or reputation gained from people talking. When to use, when describing how news or reputation spreads. Example, I found out about the new restaurant through word of mouth. Number 25. It's go time. Meaning, it's time to take action or start something. When to use, when it's time to start or act. Example, we've been planning this for weeks. Now it's go time. Number 26. Bonus points. Meaning, extra credit or additional merit for doing something well. When to use, to commend the extra effort. Example, you cleaned the whole house? Bonus points for you. Number 27. White knuckles. Meaning, a tense or stressful situation. When to use, when describing someone who is visibly anxious or tense. Example, he was gripping the steering wheel with white knuckles during the storm. Number 28. Swallow your pride. Meaning, to put aside your ego or vanity. When to use, when someone needs to admit they're wrong or need help. Example, I had to swallow my pride and ask for directions. Number 29. A dime a dozen. Meaning, very common, not unique. When to use, when something is common or not special. Example, those kinds of restaurants are a dime a dozen. Number 30. No pain, no gain. Meaning, you have to endure some difficulty to see improvement. When to use, when talking about the effort needed for success. Example, working out is hard, but no pain, no gain. And now, we are here in my favorite part of this video. Try to recall, if not all 30, just some idioms from this video. And let's check if you guessed the idioms using these pictures as clues. Write your answer in the comment section. Do you want to check your answers? Click the description below and subscribe, and see you again tomorrow.